Hey, it's opening weekend. I'm Tony, and I'm with my pal King. He saw Godzilla versus Kong, and I have first-hand information that he is not happy.
Nope. I fell asleep 3 times.
Yeah?
Reminded me of the last one that it was too dark.
Yeah.
The story might have been a little bit better, but I don't know. I just didn't like it.
You sure you did the movie catch you on a bad day?
Nah, it's nothing to do with a bad day. I think like they flip the script and try to introduce something else in the movie, and it didn't make sense to me. I felt it was lingering too much. They could have made it shorter. They made it too long. The whole idea of Kong and versus Godzilla, and they were gonna fight, and then there's a robot Godzilla that's supposed to fight the two of them at the same time. You know, it was corny. It was corny. It like the original, 100 years ago, it was corny, and they made it true to be corny. Like it didn't make no sense.
Well, it didn't look like one of those.
They had some underground tunnels that people could travel from here, Japan, in a few minutes with a super train or super spaceship or super whatever it was, super elevator. And I honestly, I was disappointed. I was waiting for this to be, an epic battle, and
Right.
it didn't seem like that to me, honestly.
Right.
And I usually wouldn't fall asleep. I never would have fallen asleep watching Aliens versus Predator or Jason versus Freddy, and now this is Godzilla versus Kong, and I compare this type of movies. I didn't like it. I wouldn't watch it again. Let's move on. I think I'm waiting for Mortal Kombat now. I hope that's better, because this, in my opinion, just like I said, my opinion,
Yes.
sucked.
I thought it was going to be big. I thought it was going to be huge. I thought this was going to be the one that you wrote home about.
Skull Island was the best Kong movie. Skull Island was the best Kong movie.
Right.
Anything Godzilla and Kong should have been better than that. If they had the opportunity of doing something good and they capitalized on that Kong movie, they should have done the same thing with this. And I don't think it was even close. I don't even think the casting was okay. It wasn't great.
Was Millie Bobby Brown in it?
Huh?
Millie Bobby Brown, was she in it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a girl from Stranger Things, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes, she was. And she did all right. It wasn't her fault. It's more of the plot. The plot was weak. Like I said, the movie lingered too much. It should have been shorter. It shouldn't have been that long for them to tell a story that they've been telling for 100 years, and everything was exactly the same.
Well, wait a minute. Same story they've been telling for 100 years. Have they ever done Godzilla versus Kong before?
No, but they have done Godzilla, and they have done a million Kongs, and they have done a million Godzilla in black and white and color, and in every way possible that you can see. And pretty much it was the same thing, Godzilla walking around destroying everything, and Kong the same thing, the little girl. Pretty much, I'm not impressed. I don't think that you know what it is. Honestly, I believe that everybody's trying to compete with Disney, and everybody doesn't have the budget that Disney has.
Right.
And they just rushing stuff and, doing half. I don't even want to say the word half. You know what?
Yeah.
Work.
You could say it.
Half-ass work.
Yeah.
Because, they don't really want to go all out like Disney's going. Disney's spending millions and millions of dollars on an episode on a TV show. Meanwhile, these people don't want to get their budget right, and they want to compete with them. They want to compete with them, and they want to compete with Disney Plus service, and they want to act like HBO Max is the next best thing. And for it's a great idea. They're gonna catch a lot of customers, but they will never catch up Disney with half-ass movies like this. Like you have to invest your time and your money and your resources if you want to capitalize on $1 billion like Disney does with their movies. And this is not what is going on.
Yeah.
I don't think that this movie is gonna be epic. If you remember, movies like this are supposed to, of course, the pandemic and the movie theaters in New York, and pretty much they just reopened. But movies like this are supposed to put $1 billion on the box office.
It's supposed to be an
You're
event.
talking about something that is epic. That you was a little child. You was a little child when you watched the first Godzilla movie.
Oh, I couldn't wait.
And now in the first Kong movie, and now you're watching them both on the big screen, and with the technology that we have, you're expecting for it to be epic. And it was nowhere near epic. It could be watched. It's a watchable movie,
Right.
but it's not Avatar. It's not Terminator.
It didn't blow you
2.
away.
It's not something that you're gonna watch with your grandchildren, and your grandchildren are gonna watch with their children 50 years from now. It's not that type of movie. And we're talking about Godzilla and Kong, two of the epic characters of history, and they didn't capitalize on it. And this is why I'm upset. So
they stumbled.
Yes. They did a half-ass work. They rushed the job. They put it out there too early. They lingered too much. I don't even know who came up with this plot that there's super secret underground transportation tunnels that go from here to Japan in half an hour, something like that. And
from where?
Come on, man. Like who wants to see that? Like, we wanted to see a fight. We wanted to see an epic fight. Not with a robot that can't move like back in the days.
Was the movie cheap looking? Did it look like the old Japanese?
No, not at all. Not at all. The technology looked good. It didn't look dark like the last one. Remember that I complained about the last one.
A little more light.
It was too dark. There was no light. Everything happened in the thunderstorm.
Right.
This was a little brighter, but it still wasn't Skull Island.
Right.
It still wasn't Skull Island. Skull Island was a good movie. You understand me? It wasn't Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Right.
That movie was amazing. Like, I still have that movie on high definition DVD. I believe it is, right. and that movie is epic. That movie was probably the best King Kong ever.
I'm sure that's a lot of people said.
It wasn't anything near that. And for them to have the two characters that they had, they should have capitalized on that, because this is an epic moment in history.
Yeah.
For them to, and this is where you want to get everybody excited to go back to the movies, so Hollywood can make the money back. You don't put half-ass stuff out there like that in the middle, of everybody coming back to the movies and spending their money, when people have to earn their hard-earned money and risk their life and think about the consequences of them going to the movies for this. This is not it. This is not what you go to the movies for.
That's a
shame.
You
go to the movies to be excited. I don't know if you remember. I always think about movies. When you watch a movie that you're excited, people get up and clap. Even in 2021, if it's a good movie, people will get up and clap. I don't think it's that movie that had any moment that people are gonna say, no. This is not it. This was to me, in my opinion, for what they're trying to do, and they're trying to win the audience and beat Disney and compete with them. Disney Plus has a couple of shows that come out every Friday that probably they did a much better homework and invested their time and money on, that are way better than this garbage movie. Way better. Wow. And like I said, man, you know that I'm one of the happiest people on earth with this whole HBO Max putting out the movies and the streaming service. But if I'm gonna watch garbage, I'm not paying for this. I'm not paying.
I hate to be a pain in the ass, but you do know that's stopping, right? That HBO Max was just an experiment. It's just the rest of this year. You got some more stuff. You got Mortal Kombat, the Sopranos prequel.
Mickey Mouse the movie.
Listen, we have way more than that. We have The Matrix. We have Mortal
Right,
Kombat.
right.
We have Space Jam, and we have
Right, Space Jam, yeah, two.
and we have a lot of other stuff coming out.
I love the corn dog movie.
There's this.
There's some good stuff. Yeah, there's some still good stuff.
It's not just that. If they do this shit that they did, and you barely hear me curse,
Right?
if they
You're
do
angry.
this shit that they did,
Right?
with this Kong movie, when The Matrix comes out at the end of the year, I definitely will cancel my HBO Max subscription. They better not come out with a piece of garbage with Matrix movie when The Matrix.
I'm sure it won't be. I'm sure. Can I say something? It was funny. It was funny that you mentioned people standing up and clapping. I'm 100 years old. You know, my mother and father took me to see King Kong in 1976 at a Lowe's theater on 86th and 2nd Avenue in New York City with Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. And it's funny you said that because people got up at the end and clapped because in 1976 that was like cutting edge. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So the movie was a stumble. If you
My
real
opi-
quick,
in my
if you had
opinion,
any,
was-
if you had any constructive criticism for the filmmakers, you know, like to do it over, like if they could take this out of the theaters and redo it and then put it back, do you have any like advice?
too much talking.
Too much in the movie?
Too much trying to educate people about myth, about something that's not real.
Right.
Who cares? We want to see an epic fight.
Right,
We want to see
exactly.
destruction. We want to see an epic fight. We want to see New York City being destroyed by two titans fighting in the middle of the street, and we want to see the buildings collapse. And we want
Absolutely.
special effects and the filmmaking in progress.
You didn't
Like,
get
we
any of
want-
that?
Nah, man.
There's no destruction of the city?
They a lot of the movie was filmed in some supposedly hollow earth that was supposed to be King Kong's home, and some stuff that's not even real in the center of the earth, some other dimension, whatever you
Oh,
want to
for
call
crying
it.
out loud. Are
Some
you kidding?
underground tunnels that some bullshit.
Right. Right.
Well,
there goes the monetization on this.
Like you know what? You got technology.
Right.
You got IMAX cameras. You got all this 4K, 8K, and all this stuff, and all this digital graphics and stuff.
Right.
Why don't you create filmmakers? Create New York City. Create Japan. Create one of the cities in the world that everybody loves, right?
I
And
figure
have
that's
these
what they
two
did.
monsters- and have these two monsters destroy it in the middle of the film,
Right.
and be like, and have the army come all out and try to destroy them both at the same time. I mean, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm old fashioned or whatever you want to call me, but
I'm right there with you.
I didn't want to see Godzilla and Kong fighting a robot that can't move. I wanted to see them, fight each other, and I wanted a better plot, and I wanted a better movie, and I don't think this was it.
Well, I mean, a movie like this shouldn't be heavy on plot. They should just get right to the chase, no? And get to the effects and all that.
Yeah. And this wasn't it.
And there was a lot of talking crap. Anything else you want to?
I hope I have something good to talk to you in 2 weeks when Mortal Kombat comes out.
The 23rd. The 23rd. I don't know if you know, they moved it from the 16th to the 23rd.
I didn't know, but
yeah.
I hope that they got a good reason to moving that, because that looks like a good movie. And some of the other films coming out after that one, seem like a good movie. I also wanted to talk to you, later on. I don't know what you did with the Snyder Cut. I don't know if you interviewed anybody about that, but
it wasn't in the theaters. I mean, if you want to do something, I will.
listen, the Snyder Cut was bigger than King Kong. Okay, it's probably the best superhero movie outside the Dark Knight that ever came out from DC. So
we can do something on that. We could definitely do something on that when you have some time.
and that was requested by the fans. Us, the fans, we asked Zack Snyder to put out his film, and he did it. And he spent so much money to do it, and he did a great job. He did it.
It sounds like that was way better.
He did it his own way. He did a 4-hour movie that wasn't boring, explained everything.
Right.
You know, pretty much, like I said, other than the Dark Knight, probably the best superhero movie ever.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that. We can talk about that on another video, right?
We will. You just give me the time and date. So I'm sorry Godzilla versus Kong was not to your liking, man. I'm really sorry. I'm disappointed to hear that. Do you have a second before you go?
One second. I mean, that was
20 seconds.
Okay,
as you know, I'm in my studio here, and I can't stop people from coming in. I have somebody who wants to say hello to you and praise you. I don't know if you voted for this man. I don't know if you like this man, but this man wants to stop in and say hello to you. I hope that's okay. It's former President of the United States of America, Barack Obama. He just wants to say hello.
Thank you.
Mr. Obama, should I stand?
No, yeah, absolutely. You should stand for me.
Okay.
I'm the former president. Please, you can stop the music now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Please, I am the president. Hello, Tony. I just wanted to pop in and say hello to King. King, I just wanted to let you know, buddy, I only watch opening weekend for your reviews. Since you just gave Godzilla vs. Kong a poor review, I decided that I am not going to be HBO Maxing Godzilla vs. Kong. Instead, Michelle and I are going to Netflix and chill. I eagerly await your next review. Your reviews are fun, flavorful, and informative. Obama out.
Obama.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping. Mr. Obama, thank you. Come back again anytime, baby.
That's a cheap ex-president if he doesn't want to spend no money on HBO Max. Cheap.
Based on your review, he's Obama out, man. I don't know what to tell you. King.
He just wanted an excuse not to spend those $15. Stop it.
Right. Well, he says he's going to Netflix and chill with Michelle, so it sounds like a good weekend to me. Anything else?
No, I'm happy you're hanging out with Obama.
Yeah. But I'm glad somebody's hanging out with me. I'm going to let you go now. We're going to stop the video, and then I need you to do something for me, all right? Is that all right?
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Be well. Stay safe.